Instructions and welcome to McConaughey Rail. This is a follow-up video to the previous one that I made. Is it legal to keep this tank car? So the quick backstory is I received this tank car, and when I grabbed the box and opened it, I could hear something rattle around. I opened it, and one of the trucks was totally disintegrated. But the box wasn't damaged. The original shipping box wasn't damaged. There was no damage to the box at all. And I already knew what happened. It suffered from zinc rot and it exploded during shipping. Things happen. The seller wanted to put a claim into the shipper as a damaged item. And I respectfully wrote back. I said, I don't think this is the way to go, because it is not damage from shipping. It is actually what's called zinc rot, and the die-cast truck suffered from zinc rot. A little impact on the box and the truck exploded. Sometimes it happens on older runs of both Atlas So, Master Series, and even early MTH cars. Lina also suffers from zinc rot, especially in their aluminum series and die-cast series of freight cars as well, so be careful. Especially those die-cast freight cars. I wouldn't touch one of those with a 10-foot pole, but that's neither here or there. But so I want to go over the comments that I got on that video, because I wasn't sure what to do, because the seller told me to keep a hold of it, and they're going to try and put a claim in anyway to the shipper. And even though I advised them it wasn't the shipper's fault, and he wanted it destroyed if we were going to get paid for, or if he was going to get paid for it actually. And he told me I would have to wait until they put the claim in. In the meantime, I got paid the next day right after all those messages went back and forth by eBay Commerce. I already got paid for it. So I wasn't sure if I was obligated to send it back to him, but there was no return label requested. And I wasn't sure if I had to actually really destroy it legally. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. Never been into that situation before. And most of the comments were geared towards Sean or Dakman. You got paid for it. It's yours to do whatever you want. You want to keep it, keep it. If you want to sell it, sell it. You don't have to destroy it. Because I really didn't want to destroy this model. That was the only thing wrong with the trucks. And so the majority of you said it was legal to keep. It's mine. I don't have to return it. There was a couple comments who said along the lines of, morally, you got paid for it, you should probably pay the seller. Well, the problem is I only paid $50 for this car plus shipping. So if I wanted to keep it, put trucks on it and pay them, it wouldn't be worth it to me, because I would have to invest $40 to put a set of trucks on there, and that would make this like a $90 car, which I really didn't want to pay $90 for it plus shipping. Well, I would have rather sent it back. So there was a couple of you, and I won't mention any names, but he said I should have never put the video up and not have said anything. One of you even saying I should take the video down and delete it and delete all my posts and hide in the corner. It's like, what? Wait. It's like, eBay knows that I have it and a seller knows that I have it. Whether I made those videos and posts or not, they already know I got the item. So I don't understand what that logic was all about, but hey, I don't do things like that either. So I just gotta laugh at some people's logic and thinking. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm an honest person, and you know, I want to do the right thing and so forth and so on. But at any rate, so what happened? Well, believe it or not, it was like 3 or 4 days after this video was out, and I was already getting comments on it. The seller actually contacted me. They're like, look, you got paid for this tank car. We don't want it back still. We still don't want it back. Even after I got paid by eBay Commerce. Let's say the seller didn't want to pay me right away. Let's just say that happened. But eBay decided, hey, we're going to pay him now because we are on his side. This is not a shipper's issue. And they paid me. And even after eBay paid me and gave me my money back for this and the shipping, if the seller wanted me to send it back, I would have said, hey, all you gotta do is print me a label and I'll be more than happy to send it back to you. I wouldn't be one of the ones, well, eBay paid me for it, so it's mine now. I wouldn't have done that. Gotta do the right thing. Sometimes the right thing isn't always the easiest thing. Bites you in the butt in some instances, but should still do the right thing. So I would have done that for the seller, absolutely. I would have sent it back in a heartbeat, but if they would have supplied the label. But the seller said, hey, you got paid for it, we still don't want it back. We do not want it. Just keep it. Do what you want with it. I'm like, cool, okay. Now, my mind is free and clear. So, why wouldn't the seller want this car back? Let's talk about that. So, I paid $50 plus shipping, alright? So, let's say they wanted it back. Well, first they would have to pay the shipping back to them. There's $20. And then they would have to put a set of trucks in there. There's another $40. So, that's $60. Plus, what they want for the car is $50. So originally they wanted $50. So with just returning this and the trucks, it's already over of what they were asking for. So they would be totally underwater, so to speak, in a marketing sense, trying to resell it. They would not make their money back. It wouldn't even be worth it. They might as well just write it off, and that's what a lot of eBay people do. They just write it off as a business thing, you know. At the end of the year, they just put in their losses and call it a day. And that's what they did in this instance. So, we're going to go ahead. I bought a set of trucks for this thing. Item number 66034, the 3-rail 70-ton roller bearing trucks. I bought a pair of these. So we're going to go ahead and install these on this tank car. Now that we are 100% sure that, you know, it's ours and my mind is free and clear. Now I could see maybe a locomotive. More than likely they would probably want that back. I'm pretty sure. And you gotta see me swapping out these trucks. I mean, it's just basically a screw. And it is a different style truck. I see they changed they got her, this is the old button style truck. So it looks like they got rid of that. And I like the rotating wheel bearing caps. I really love that feature. I mean, these have it too, but you can tell that these have been updated and changed, because it's just a little tiny different. Even the yeah, they're definitely there are subtle differences here, but these are not really that hard to change out. For those who are into 2-rail and 3-rail, I have made a video on how to change out Atlas trucks from 2-rail to 3-rail, because I have bought Atlas rolling stock that was 2-rail and converted over 3-rail, you might want to take a look at that video. But I'm going to pre-warn you, you've got to be very careful what you buy. Because, for example, like the trucks on the 60-foot Berwicks and the 60-foot box cars are different. And Atlas does not sell them trucks that often. In other words, they have a longer shank on them. This part right here is longer. They got a longer shank coupler on them. And those, Atlas doesn't normally sell them for some reason. And if they do, it's very limited quantities. They always sell, you can always find the short shank ones. But to find the ones that have a longer shank that are for the 60-foot box cars and the 60 and the Berwicks, not easy to find aftermarket. So I don't even bother buying those in 2-rail or without trucks. And the same goes for the 89-foot flat car. Don't even bother buying those without trucks because you'll never find the trucks for them. Don't do it. Now, if you want to make a scene with a box car with no trucks, make sure you get it cheap. 20 bucks. So that's all I would pay for it. And you can make a hobo scene with it. That's perfect. Or you can take a tank car like this. Probably better with an 8,000 gallon tank car. Without trucks, and you can put it on a flat car as a MOW car for water. A lot of railroads did that. They took the trucks off of older 8,000 gallon tank cars that had the friction bearing trucks, and they would actually chain the tank car body down to a flat car, and it would be used for fertilizer or weed spraying and stuff like that. So there are uses for bodies, but my point I'm trying to make is, don't buy a Atlas O body thinking you're going to find trucks cheap for it and put it back on the rails, because that doesn't happen. If you want to buy it for a project, go for it. They're perfect for projects. If you want to buy it to put it back on the track and run it, it's not worth it. Not unless they're going to sell it for 10 bucks, which I don't think they will. Most of the bodies that I see are anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks, and I recommend not doing it again unless you want a project. But anyway, so we got this complete, all ready to roll, and we're going to put it on the track and we're going to run this right now. So let's go. So what am I going to do with the trucks? Well, I'm going to keep them and use them for a MOW flatbed load, or a gondola load actually. So I'm going to take these and put them in a gondola. I have a Conrail MOW gondola, and you know, matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put that in a gondola now, and I'll show you guys that. But even though the truck disintegrated, or the coupler disintegrated, the trucks themselves are still okay, and we'll just use them for a simulated MOW load. Alright, so the only thing that I'm throwing away from this whole entire tank car is this coupler, because it's going to explode anyway.
Dispatcher, ready to roll. like to thank everybody for watching another Dakman Productions video. We'll catch you at the next show, next event. We'll catch you trackside. Goodbye.